So welcome to my presentation. My name is Martin Pilka. I'm CEO of the company called dNation. Today I'm going to tell you about ALASCA ARKO, which is the new project we are donating to Alaska. So first, a little bit of history. What is ALASCA ARKO? Well, it's monitoring made easy. We started to do dNation monitoring at the time around the year 2020. And the reason we were doing it, that at the time, and I still believe it's a case today, it was very difficult to use open source only technologies to monitor your hybrid infrastructure and have a meaningful way whether or not you have an action item. That wasn't easy then, and it's, I believe, not even easy today. So why did we name it ALASCA ARKO? Well, to be consistent with the Alaska concept, the one with the C, not the one with the K, ARKO is an Arctic hawk. Few words about myself. As I said, I'm CEO of dNation company. The D in our name stands for development and DevOps. So we are real DevOps engineers doing both software development and operating the stuff we've been developing. I'm software engineer by heart. I still do programming. I started at a very young age to do that. And I would say it's still the part of the day which I enjoy most. What else do I do these days? Well, not only programming, but doing a lot of cloud, obviously. Today, my favorite actions are when we are deploying some AI-related bare metal stuff, running Yaook, our monitoring on top of it, and some useful application like local instance of AI. I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. So why did we start this whole thing at the first place? Well, we were running initially things in AWS. As the time moved on, we were running on multiple platforms and using multiple providers. So we've been using AWS, then Google, later on-premise hardware. So it was getting pretty difficult to keep track on all the infrastructure we had for ourselves and our customers. So that was initially the problem we were trying to solve. We are looking around what would be the good solution for that, open source obviously without any vendor lock-in. And at the time, the best choice was Prometheus, Grafana, Loki. And it is a great stack. However, the difficulty is that there are no default dashboards. You can have some via third-party plugins like Mixin, Grafana Mixin. However, those dashboards are quite confusing. There's a lot of redundant information, and they are very complex. So that's where we decided that we are going to solve it on our own, and we started with, at the time, dNation monitoring, now ALASCA ARKO. This is how it looks like. We were using very simple principle. I mean, when I look to infrastructure dashboard, I need a clear picture whether or not I have an action item. How to achieve that? Well, colors. Nobody needs an explanation how the semaphore works. So we are using exactly that. It's intuitive. Red means I can't go to lunch. Orange means I can, but when I return back, there is some non-urgent issue to solve, like filling up partition on the disk. And green means everything's fine. Now, we would like to have only the relevant information at the time. So when something works, I don't need to know a lot of details. It's green. When it doesn't, actually I need few more details. Now, how do you combine these two approaches? Well, obviously, you can use the drill down. So if something doesn't work, you just click that and you get more details about what doesn't work. So relevant information only, consistently across the whole dashboard stack. And when you need more details, you just click it. This is how it looks in practice. So on the level 0, what we call, you have just one box which has the color. If you want to, you can click that. You get more details. In this particular case, on level 1, you see Kubernetes cluster. On level 2, you see a particular component of Kubernetes cluster, like ATCD, and on the level 3, and sometimes even below, you can see particular metrics. The other thing we were facing, and everybody who is taking care about infrastructure is facing on a regular basis, is that more often than not, when you have a problem, you need to synchronize metrics with logs. And that's surprisingly not easy to do with most solutions. Even the real fun starts when the log is actually written in different time zone than the metrics. Then you spend the whole day actually synchronizing multiple components together. Yeah, so we are trying to make it easier here. And what we did, actually, we provide an easy way to synchronize logs with peaks, because usually the difficulties are around peaks with CPU usage or similar. So you have on the right side, the time window, and that the time window applies to both logs and metrics, and you have the simple filtering mechanism. Pretty simple. We like to have things simple if possible. So what do we support? Well, there are more than 20 built-in platforms: Kubernetes, OpenShift, Ceph, OpenStack, obviously. For all that, we designed more than 100 custom dashboards. When something goes wrong, how do you know that? Well, there's an alert mechanism. We are using Alert Manager, which is part of Grafana stack, and via that, we are supporting pretty much everything. Slack, Mattermost, email, you name it. So to put it all together, ALASCA ARKO does hybrid infrastructure monitoring, so you can pretty much combine monitoring of hyperscalers and your on-prem hardware. This is what we do. It's fully open source. There is no vendor lock-in, no secret sauce. It's Apache 2. It's battle-tested in production. We've been using it since 2020, and it's our main and only tool on daily basis. So if something doesn't work, we really do care. Commercial support is available as well. This is how it looks like. We have this dashboard covering most of our infrastructure in the office. So if something gets wrong, we really know it. In most cases, we are aware earlier than the customer is. From the technical point of view, this is how it looks like. Well, there is a division between observer cluster and workload cluster. There is a relation 1 to n. One observer cluster can monitor multiple workload clusters. Obviously, you want to have those two separated, because if there is a difficulty in workload, you still want to have a visibility. There is Prometheus, storing metrics, Alert Manager, Thanos for long-term metrics, and we are storing long-term metrics in S3I compatible interface, like Min.io. You can do anything which is compatible with S3 API. Okay, I'm going to show you the live demo now. So hold your breath. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I need to move the window to the right. Yeah. Just one moment, please. I'm going to mirror my screen so I can do this better. Okay, let me check how to move the window to the space where I need it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this looks promising. Good. So, yeah, this is the top level, how it looks like. You can see that currently we have some minor issues in infrastructure, so we can actually click that and see there is a warning. What is the warning about? And by the way, this is the real warning. It's not like made up for this presentation. So there is just cube job, so it's not critical. When it comes to bare metal machine, this is one of our bare metal machines. You can see usual stuff here. There is CPU, RAM, disk, and network. And that's something you would expect from both bare metal and VM. Let me have a look. How does it look for VM? Oh my God. Here. So pretty much similar stuff for VM. There is one more thing additional, because this particular VM is running actually Docker containers, and it seems to be useful to have some visibility inside them as well. So you can see that this is actually running GitLab, and you can see how much memory the GitLab container, Docker container in this particular case uses. That's very useful. Okay, let me see what else do we have here. So that was VM and bare metal and Docker. The other concept we found useful is actually to have the concept of services. So what is a service? In this particular context, it means something like our Mattermost instance. Well, we are interested in things like SSL certification expire. That's something which can make your whole infrastructure unusable at a certain particular day. So we found it the hard way. Now we are monitoring all of the certificates in our infrastructure. Then there is response time, and also overall availability. You can see that over the last week we had 99.92. It does include the planned maintenance. So that's something which is also counted in. Okay. We have support for OpenStack. This is how it looks like. You can see the common components like Keystone, Nova, Neutron, and like usually you can drill down and see the particular metrics like RAM and CPU usage. Okay. Yeah. Recently, we've been playing and deploying a lot of AI clusters. So one of the things, obviously, customers want to know what is the usage of GPU memory, because our model is slow. Why is it slow? Is it because we are hitting the bottleneck on the RAM, so we need more GPU RAM? Is it CUDA cores? Is it something else? So we designed these dashboards monitoring exactly that, and I'm going to show you the live demo right now. This is what we call OpenPrime Sovereign AI Platform, and it's basically Llama 3.1 running on bare metal. And dNation, ARKO, ALASCA ARKO is monitoring that. So we are going to ask a question now, and we should see the spike in GPU usage. So let's try that. Okay. Here. So one thing which I might be interested, how do I create a VM? Now, it takes around 30 seconds until it propagates to metrics. So meanwhile, I'll ask anyone from public about the question you would like to ask the next one. It should be something OpenStack related, because this particular model has the context trained for OpenStack. So anyone has an idea you would like to ask a question about OpenStack? Raise your hand, please. Oh, there is a young man, please. So what is your question, please? Could you repeat?
Just one spontaneous question which came to my mind. For people who have weaknesses with their eyesight, for let's say green and red, can you globally change it with one parameter or something like that? Or would it be complicated to change the colors globally?
It's not complicated. You know, all this code is generated. So that would be the matter of changing the default value. It's not complicated. There's
so
support for that.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
So you don't have any OpenStack question, right?
No, it was just came to my mind.
No worries.
I
Oh, do you have one?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
So in that case, I'm going to ask one, like, how do I list flavors? Oh, okay. How do I list flavors? Here, so it's thinking. Okay, and we got some answer, it looks right. So let's have a look to monitoring. And you can actually see the spike here. We've had the GPU on 38 degrees. Now it went to 46 answering, and now it's getting colder and colder again. So it does work. Okay, how much time do we have, please? 5 minutes, that's perfect. So we are just in time. Obviously, we do have support for Kubernetes clusters. So you can actually monitor control plane of Kubernetes itself, then master nodes, and then worker nodes separately. That's usually what you care about. Yeah, we have multi-cluster support. So our intention to keep everything on one LCD. As we are getting more and more clusters, we are just putting them behind the particular boxes on level 1 because we don't want to scroll to see the status. So you can have as many clusters as you want, as far as you are using the hierarchy. Yeah? That's everything from my side for now. If you would like to see the live demo, please come to our booth. We have OpenPrime Sovereign AI platform running and being monitored by ALASCA ARKO. That's for technical folks. If you are non-technical, come as well. We have chocolate from my country, which is Slovakia. You can't get anywhere else in the world. They are very unique. Thank you very much for your attention.